had a conversation with, at one point in my ministry very early on, with a good friend of mine, and she asked me, I don't remember the full context of the conversation, but it had gotten into this thing about demons and the spiritual realm. And a lot of times the reason kids want to ask those questions, or anybody for that matter, is because maybe they've had an experience with something they couldn't explain, or they know somebody that's had an experience with something they couldn't explain. And that scares them, and they want to make sense of it. And so to make sense of it, who's the best person to ask? Hopefully a pastor, that reads their Bible and knows. And so I think maybe the conversation had gotten into that. We were talking about, the spiritual world. And this girl asked me, she said, well, what if there was like a book out there that told us everything we needed to know about demons? What if demon worshipers, devil worshipers have written a book and it tells us all we need to know about demons to like beat them or their weaknesses or this kind of stuff? And wouldn't that help? Like, wouldn't that help us better understand demons? And I remember, and it had to be from the Holy Spirit, because I couldn't have come up with this by myself. The immediate response I gave was, all you need to know about demons is that they can be cast out. And that's pretty much how I end every conversation I have with people about demons and things like that scare them, as I always try and give them a biblical basis and understanding for what is and isn't supernatural in that sense. But I also want them to understand that, to me, the most important thing is that the stories in the Bible about demons being cast out, they're not to teach us something about demons. They're not to teach us something about the spiritual world necessarily. They're to show us that God has power over all of them.